Good morning to everyone. And today we'd like to concentrate on PLSQL only. Yesterday we have taken, in the previous class we have taken. So what are the changes from SQL to PLSQL? So as discussed, whatever the operations or whatever the different kinds of commands which have been entered from SQL to PLSQL we have taken. Only one command gets changed. That command is selection. Selection is being changed here. It is generally available with respect to SQL, and here it is with respect to PLSQL. So that is the basic difference between these two. Followed by operators, different kinds of operators which have been used within the SQL to transform to SQL from SQL to PLSQL. And here the structure of PLSQL program, this could be the structure. And the input statement is ampersand. Ampersand can be used to take the input from the user. And you could able to produce the output by using this particular command, this particular function. The function is DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line. That is the specific function which is used to take output from PLSQL to outside world. And one more very important point to be remembered. One more very important point to be remembered here is, so while using DBMS output dot put underscore line, this command can be, or this function can be used. Then you have to operate one set command, that is set server output on. That command must be gets operated so that output will be just generated from the PLSQL procedure. Otherwise, it could not be generated anymore. And one more point which we have to discuss will be this one. So that is equal to. So assignment operator will be colon equal to is the assignment operator, which is supposed to be used by this PLSQL. And wanted to declare some variables, something like this. Every variable could be declared in a separate line. They could not be taken in single line by separating them by comma. Okay, it is not possible. And also we have taken some one or two programs which have been took place in the previous class. Now today we would like to concentrate on the control structures. Of course, already these control structures have taken by you from different languages, something like C, C++, Java, and Python. Okay, all these languages you have studied. So even then, some structural differences will be there as far as the control structures are supposed to be taken into consideration from one language to another. But operational point of view, everything is same. In operational point of view, everything is same. But as far as structural point of view, some changes will be existed here. Let me give you the control structures here. So control structures are, as we know, so first type of control structures will be decision making structures, control structures. Let's write CS. And second one is iterative control structures. So these are the two different types of control structures which are available for us. And here, decision making control structures might be, so as usual, if you see recall yourself from C, C++, and Python and Java, yes, these are the control structures here. If, simple if statement, otherwise one-way selection. If you also call it as This could be also called as one-way selection. So you have to select only one particular point only. Some other point could not be taken into consideration. Second one is so if, else, and third one is, so here you have to take care because C, C++, and Java, it could be seen some other way, but in Python, in some other way. Now we are discussing PLSQL. In PLSQL, it could be seen in such a way. So if, so, so ELSIF, ELSE actually, it must be there in all other languages. But here ELSIF followed by else. Okay, so which is also called as, it could also be called as, what could I say? ELSIF ladder. So it could be seen in such a way. And then, so next one will be for, so D, so case. Okay, case. So these are the 4 different types of selective control statements which are available with us. And iterate is variety kind of things are there here. One is loop followed by end loop. This is first one. Second one is the while. Third one is the for. Okay, these are so 3 different types of control structures. I mean, iterative control structure or repetitive control structures which are available with the PLSQL. Okay, let us come across with one by one. Already we have seen these selections, these selection control statements in our previous languages. Already we have seen. Since these control structures are well known to you people, how they can be worked, the same scenario has been taken into consideration by the PLSQL also. Okay, so simple if in the sense, the simple if could be seen in such a way, or one-way selection could be seen in such a way. So let me take MS Paint, then I could able to explain in a proper way. In a proper way, I could able to explain. Okay, look at this. If so, we have to operate one particular condition, something like this. One condition is going to be gets operated. Is condition, so it will be taken. If condition will be returns true, what could be? If condition will be returns false, what could be? If condition is returns true, yes, we have some thing to do, some set of statements thing to do here. If condition is false, so there is no answer, there is no execution from this particular kind of this particular kind of statement. So that is why it is called as one-way selection. That is why it is called as one-way selection. It could be goes to next statement. Okay, so this is the reason why. So next statement block. So this is the reason why it has been called as one-way selection. Okay. So here, what the things which are going to be happen, if this condition will be returns true, then this statement block is being executed, and then followed by next statement. If this condition will be returns false, it will be taken this particular false, and it will be directly goes to the next statement. So that is why it is called as one-way selection. And this one-way selection is useful when you are trying to eliminate or you are trying to exit from the control structures, iterative control structures. Thereby, it could be very much useful. Okay. And two-way selection in the sense, yes, here also you maybe get to operate some condition. So one condition could be gets operated by you. This is the condition, and this condition might be written some true. This condition could also be written false. There is 2 possibilities. Either of these 2 possibilities will be taken here. If this condition is written true, yes, you have some set of statements to be executed. Let me consider this is statement block 1. And if this condition can be false, yes, you have another set of statements could be executed. That is statement block 2 here. So it could be gets executed here. Okay. However, it will be it goes to after execution, so it will be goes to the next statement. However, it will be goes to next statement. Okay, in this way, this could be there. Of course, it is already known to you because these are well known to you people. So this is the way how the things are being happening with the if else. The statements will be if else. Okay, and multi-way selection could also be there. That is else if ladder. Else if ladder could also be there with you. So always these conditions will be framed by using either relational operators, ROP in the sense relational operators, or in the combination of relational operators and so logical operators. Out of these, you have to frame these conditions here. Whatever the conditions you maybe gets operated. So you just operate using either relational operator exclusively or relational operator with the logical operators also. So you maybe gets operate in such a way. And in similar fashion, so if you want to go ahead with the else if ladder, so it could be seems something like this. So you may be taken use a number of so conditions. Let me say so condition one, it could be condition C1 is condition one. It could be taken true or it could be taken so false also. If it is true, yes, you could able to execute so able to execute some set of statements. There might be a stipulated set of statement. Let me write the statement block one here. So if it is true, and if it is a condition is false, this condition one is false, then obviously we would like to execute or take one more condition, that is condition two, and so taken some other set of statements which are going to be executed here, that is statement block 2 here. So and so on and so on, you may be taken the nth condition also. Like this, you have to operate several number of conditions here. N number of conditions will be, so condition n will be taken, and if it is true, then it will be taken so statement block so n, and if it is false, then it will be taken statement block n plus 1, yes, be n plus 1. So this is the way to be executed. However, after taking the one particular statement here, it will be obviously goes to next statement. So this could be the way it could be seen in terms of multi-level conditional statement. Okay, so that is else if ladder, simply speaking. Okay, these are the three different types of statements which we does have. So then we'll go ahead and take the syntaxes, then followed by the programs. Okay, so these are the three different types. This is the one-way selection, two-way selection, multi-way selection. Okay, multi-way selection. In one-way selection, only one condition. Two-way selection also only one condition, but the two statement blocks. Multi-way selection, so several conditions and several statements will be available. Okay, let us take the structures, syntaxes. Okay, simply for one-way selection will be not on way. This is one-way selection. E has missed. Okay, one-way selection will be seen like this. If, look at this, if condition, then there is a keyword th here. Then whatever the set of statements you are supposed to execute, you have to execute them. Okay, you can take whatever the set of statements, you have to execute them. After completion of this if, then you have to type endif, end. Okay. So you have to type endif. This is the one-way selection. One-way selection can be seen in such a way. The similar kind of operation in terms of C, C++, something like this. If So open parenthesis condition, so followed by open brace, and then whatever the set of statements you are supposed to execute, those set of statements could be gets executed by you. Then followed by, so you have to take closure brace. This is C based. This is C based, and so this is actually Oracle based or PLSQL based. Okay, so need not to take this particular thing because you are already aware of this. So I'd like to eliminate this. Okay, in such a way, and two-way selection will be seen in such a way. Two-way selection will be seen in such a way. Two-way selection. So same thing. You have to take same thing, but else part also be existed. So these are the set of statements could be executed if condition will be written by you, and if else another set of statements could also be there. Another set of statements could also be there here. Okay. After writing, so another set of statements, you must be end your so if statement waits end it. Okay. This is the way you have seen. Okay, this is simple way selection, and this is multi-way, two-way selection. And if you'll go ahead and look into the matter of multi-way selection, let me write multi-way selection. Multi-way selection, it will be seen in such a way. So let me copy this one for a while. Yes, you can see if condition one, then set of statements, then ELSIF. Else if so condition 2, then set of statements, and so on, and so on. You could continue like this for a while, ELSIF. So condition n, then set of statements, whatever the set of statements you are trying to execute here. Finally, else, so then you could take set of statements, and finally ending. In this way, you have to take the activity of multi-way selection. Okay, multi-way selection in this way. And it could also able to implement so nested also. Nested will be seems like this. So nested if it could also be taken in terms of this one also. Look at this. If condition 1, so then followed by again if condition 2, then so then again let me write 3-level nesting. If so condition 3, then now you can able to execute set of statements. Now you can able to execute set of statements. else you can take another set of statements, end if for innermost one. This is innermost ending. Okay, innermost in the sense the third conditions end if will be taken. Then after completion of this one, it could be taken for else part for condition 2. Condition 2 else. Then whatever the set of statements you are trying to execute them with set of statements. End it for condition 2. Okay, and outermost will be else. Whatever the set of statements you are trying to execute, you can execute them in a proper way. Finally, it is ended. Okay, in this way. So condition 1 is true, condition 2 is also true, condition 3 is also true. So this set of statements will be executed. When this could be gets executed, this will be gets executed if the first condition are true, second condition true, third condition also true. If all these 3 conditions will be gets true, then so that particular set of statements are going to execute it. And when this could be executed here, first condition true, second condition true, but third condition is false. Okay, third condition will be gets false, this could be gets executed. When this could be gets executed, the first condition true, second condition is false, then so this else part will be gets executed. When this set of statements will be gets executed, so first condition itself is false. Okay. In this way, nesting also be gets implemented. Of course, you could able to take so any level of nesting. There is no problem. As like a C, here also you can take any level of nesting. Doesn't matter to this. Okay. These are the control structures which are available for selection. So one-way selection, so could be seems like this. So two-way selection could be seems like this. So multi-way selection could be seems like this. And nested selection could be seems like this. In this way, you can able to take all this. Let us do some problem. Let us do some particular problem here. Okay. So let me open. So lowercase letters. Yeah. So look at this. So let me create one particular small problem for you here. So let us take the student information without any table. Let us take a small student database here. So what are the different items which we have to consider here? Let us take them. So ed stud 12 dot sql. Dot sql is automatically generated. Dot sql is automatically generated. Okay. So we have been taken. Now here what exactly we are trying to perform here is we'd like to take the student data as input and we'd like to produce so declare we'd like to take so RNO which is number of 5 and will be taken input here that is ampersand RNO. Okay, second thing is where char 2 of some 20, so which will be equal to so ampersand s name. So this is the beauty of PLSQL. While declaring one particular variable, thereby you can take that itself you can take input. So that is the beauty. So then followed by subject 1 marks, so which is number of some 3, so which will be equal to ampersand of subject 1. Okay, let me copy this one for a while for number of times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let me copy everything. Subject 2 here, subject 3 here, subject 2, subject 5. So let me take into consideration 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, have been taken. And the TOT number of some 3. Already this problem has done, but we will extend this particular problem for a while. Then AB equal to so ABAG number of some 5 comma 2. Okay, it is going to be calculated. Then grade BARCHR 2 of some 2 is also be calculated. Yes, declaration and input everything is gets over. Now begin. So we have to begin our work here. Then what shall we have to do? First of all, we need to calculate the so total. TOT is equal to, so let us take S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus S4 plus S5. So everything will be gets added together, then that will be called as total. So AG will be equal to TOT divided by 5.0. Okay. So it could be 5.0. Then followed by we need to identify the grade. So if any one of subject will be less than 40, then he will be failed. The grade will be gets failed. Otherwise, he will be set into some other grade here. So that we'd like to take into consideration if. So this is multi-level, multi-way selection. It could be comes under multi-way selection. If S1 is less than 40, or S2 is less than 40, or S3 is less than 40, or so any one of these. So any one of these subjects will be less than 40, then he will be gets paid. Or S3, S4 is less than 40, or S5 is less than 40. So then, if this is the situation, any one of these subjects will be gets less than 40, any one of them, not exactly all, any one of them, then we'd like to consider the grade will be GRA DE. Grade will be equal to fail. Okay, yep. Otherwise, ELSIF, LSIF. Now we'll go ahead with the average. Average will be AVAG is greater than or equal to 40 and AVAG is less than or equal to 49. If the situation will be in this particular range, then so grade will be equal to, so let me say that is D. Okay, that is D. So LSIF, let me copy this one for a while. LSIF, so grade will be greater than or equal to, I mean, average is greater than or equal to 50 and less than 59. So he will be get B, the grade, C. Okay, then grade will be so in between 60 and 69. So he may be get 69. Oh, not 99, it is 69. 69, he may be get DC B. Okay. So if average is so greater than 70 and less than or equal to 79, so he may be get B, A grade. And so the average is look at this. How many conditions have been framed here? 82. So 89, 89, 89. He may be get so yes. Otherwise, else finally grade is equal to, so he may be get 4, outstanding. So these are the things which we have to interested to find, and then finally yes, if your statement is gets over, so that end if is the final step. After this one, what we are trying to perform, so we have to produce each and every output. Each and every output will be gets produced here. DBMS underscore output dot CUT underscore line. So here, what is the statement here we like to write? So RNO is equal to single and concatenation of RNO. Okay, so concatenation of RNO. Then let me take second one is yes name. So concatenation of yes name here. Then followed by total marks. POT is concatenated with the POT. Then average. So AVAG is the variable name. AVAG is the variable name. Then followed by grade. Grade. This could be grade. Yes, everything gets over. And your problem is gets over. In this way, you have to write. This is the way of writing. And of course, let me give you one more construct, cursor. There is a cursor. How the cursor is going to be evaluated after probably day after tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Wednesday's class, you could get cursor also. Then an extensive kind of PLSQL program could also be seen by you. So, however, this is the general way of producing that thing here. So, let me save and exit here and run this one at the rate. So, std.ud12. Yeah, enter RLO, so 501. Then name, some Hari. Then subject one, some marks, some other marks. Procedure is successfully completed, but we don't have any output. To get the output for every session, so if you start your session right now, so that set SCR, BER, OUT, PUT, single word, set server output is single word on. then you have to run it again. Then you have to run it again. So at the rate std12. So 501, and then so sub same name Hari, some marks. Look at this. So he got the roll number is this one. Roll number is this one. Name is Hari. Total marks is 331. Average is 66.2. So therefore he got she got or he got big. In this way you can calculate. So look at this. It is STUD1. You can see this one. In this way you can able to develop one particular so PLSQL program using control structures. Okay, this is the way to produce the PLSQL program using control structures. Okay, and let me show you one more program for you. Series. I wanted to generate the series. If you want to generate the series, you are expected to take the information regarding to control structures such as iterative structures. Iterative structures are very, very important for us to execute the same set of statements for several times. Same set of statements for several times. So these iterative control structures are supposed to be used. Okay. So let me give you the structures first, then because I have only 5 minutes of time with me, only syntaxes will be given for today. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and discuss some more. So here, iterative control structures. Number one, loop followed by end loop. So actually, this loop and the end loop is infinite loop. This is not a finite loop. It is infinite loop. So infinite loop in the sense you do not have any so condition to be exit. So finite condition cannot be implemented within this particular loop and end loop. So it is actually infinite loop, and this infinite loop will be converted to so finite loop on inclusion of so exit exit so WHEN exit when condition. I mean exit when statement. If you include this particular thing exit when, or you can also take so one way selection. Either of these two. Okay, either of these two you can use. People are used only exit one. So exit one. You can also take somewhere else you have to write your loop statements. You can write your loop statements. So you can write as much as many number. So generally it could be seems like this. So loop initiator, otherwise loop controller is equal to value, whatever the value you can take it as. Then you have to continue your loop for execution. So if you write something like this, then loop controller will be updated. Update loop controller, update LC. So update LC in the sense based on your problem. Sometimes it may be LC equal to LC plus 1. Sometimes it might be LC equal to LC minus 1. Or sometimes it may be LC equal to LC plus 20, LC plus 40, LC plus 50. However, you can take update the thing. If you update something like this and if you execute this one for a while, it could become under infinite. Then how could you make this one into finite in the sense? Just you have to use exit when loop controller condition. Condition must be framed. Condition must be yes, condition must be framed using loop controller. Okay. So let me write a small construct for you. Otherwise, directly program for you. So directly program for you. So let me save this one. Come out of this one. ED SER1 series 1. Okay. Look at this. So declare I number of some 4 or 5. However, so n number of some 4 will be equal to ampersand and take the input here itself. Begin. Okay, begin. So you can consider here loop Let me introduce the value here also. So that is 1. I'd like to generate 1 to n numbers loop. So DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line, put underscore line. Yes, I have to produce so I as the value. Then I will be equal to so I plus 1. Okay, there is no end loop. There is no. Let me consider end. There is no condition here. So this will be continuously executed. Continuously executed. Though you have taken so-called n value, it could be continuously so executed. So therefore, at the rate, so SER1. So let me take 10. So it could be executed, and so on. Okay. SER1. What is that? Yes, semicolon was missed here. Semicolon was missed. At the rate SER1. So look at this. N value can be taken 10. Can be executed. It never terminates. So therefore, look at this. Already the control has been closed. Okay. So that is why loop and end loop must be. Okay. Time is up. Let me explain by tomorrow. Time is up actually. Let me take the attendance first because attendance is very important for me. Yeah, exactly 1 minute is there. If situations could be possible, then I'd like to go ahead and take this one here right now. I don't know whether you could able to see or not properly. Okay, look at this. So ED SER1. So let me. So it has been considered as something like this. So EXIT when 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 so I is greater than n when I will be goes to greater than n, you can exit out this one here at the rate SER1. Center value is there. Okay, set SER, VER, OUT, PUT on. Let me execute.